Hello everyone, it's Cleophil once again and welcome to Crafting Shed. For today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this warm poncho. I am so thrilled to share this poncho with you because I have been wanting to make one that has a pattern with heavy texture so that it's really warm, and I'm so happy that I found the crochet pattern that does the job. The pattern is very simple with only 2 pattern repeats, but it does include front post double crochet together, which is a bit complicated stitch, but no worries, I'll illustrate it really slow and clear. And the front post double crochet 3 together stitch is essentially what makes this poncho thick and heavy in texture. And assembly is also quick and easy, and I clearly illustrated it as well. And this is what the back looks like. And now let's get started. For the materials, I use 3 skeins of Caron Big Cakes yarn, or you can use any size 4 medium weight yarn. And each skein is about 600 yards, and this is in boysenberry color. And for other materials, I use size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, and tape measure. So let's start with a knot and chain 102. And this is now 102 chains. Next is foundation row, single crochet in second chain from hook, 1, 2, single crochet in this chain, single crochet in the next chain, and in each chain across. So repeat this pattern, single crochet in each chain across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with my foundation row. And this is now what my foundation row looks like. Row 1, chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, and single crochet in the next stitch, and in each stitch across. So just a simple pattern of single crochet in each stitch across. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. Just continue with the pattern, single crochet in each stitch across, and then the last stitch would be on this beginning chain 1. So this is how to end row 1, and this is what row 1 looks like. Row 2, from here we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, and then starting on this next stitch here, we're going to double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. This is what it looks like. Then we're going to do front post double crochet 3 together stitch. So in this next stitch here, go 2 rows below. So in this row here, on this post, from right to left, we're going to do our front post DC3 together stitch on this post. And so to do that, yarn over. So in this stitch, down here, and insert. So on this post, yarn over, insert on that post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the same post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There are 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, insert for the third time, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now there are 4 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And we just did the FPDC 3 tog stitch, and this is what it looks like. Now we're going to skip the stitch behind the FPDC 3 tog stitch. This one, we're going to skip this one, and then starting on this next stitch here, we're going to double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So starting here, 1, 2, and 3. And this is what it looks like. And here in the back, I'm showing you, this is the stitch that we skipped, the single crochet that we skipped, and it looks like that. So repeat the pattern again. On the next stitch, on this stitch, go 2 rows below right here. And then on the post, insert from right to left on this post. Yarn over, insert in the post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the same loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, insert for the 3rd time in the same post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now there are 4 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And again, FPDC 3 tog stitch. Then on the stitch behind this stitch, skip this one, and then double crochet, skip this one, and then starting on this next stitch here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And this is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern. FPDC 3 tog again on this stitch, under it, in this pose from right to left, FPDC 3 tog again. FPDC 3 tog stitch again. And then skip the stitch behind it, and then starting on this stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern. So I'm going to do the last repeat. So on this stitch, go 2 rows under. So on this post from right to left, we're going to do our last FPDC 3 tog stitch. So I hope you don't mind me saying FPDC 3 tog stitch because it's just easier for me. And then after the stitch, skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and then starting on the next stitch right here, we're going to double crochet in the last 4 stitches to end the row. So 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th, the last stitch would be on top of the beginning chain 1 right here. So this is how to end row 2, and this is what row 2 looks like. Row 3. From here, we're going to chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in each stitch across. So row 3 is a simple pattern of just single crochet all across the row. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting out the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern, just single crochet in each stitch. So on a single crochet in the next stitch here, single crochet, single crochet, up to the last stitch, and then the last single crochet would be on top of the beginning chain 2 right here. So this is how to end row 3, simple row, and this is what row 3 looks like. Row 4, chain 2, 1, 2, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, double crochet in the next stitch right here, so just one double crochet. Then on the next stitch, see next stitch, go 2 rows below right here. Then on this post from right to left, we're going to do the FPDC 3 tog stitch again. So yarn over, and then on this stitch, go 2 rows below right here, insert from right to left on this post, and then yarn over, pull through, and do the FPDC 3 tog stitch. Now there are 4 loops in the hook, and yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and then on the next stitch right here, starting here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. This is what it looks like. So it's alternating. Now repeat the pattern on this next stitch. Yarn over in this next stitch, go 2 rows below right here, insert from right to left, and do the FPDC 3 tog stitch. Then skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and then on this next stitch here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 2 and 3. So look at the placing of the FPDC 3 tog. It's alternating between the rows. So on this next stitch here again, repeat the pattern. FPDC 3 tog stitch again on this post. Then skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and then starting on the next stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did the FPDC 3 tog. Skip the stitch behind it and starting on the next stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do the last FPDC 3 tog. So on this next stitch here, yarn over on this one, go down 2 rows below, insert on the post from right to left, and do our last FPDC 3 tog stitch. Then skip the stitch behind it. So skip this stitch and then double crochet in the next stitch right here. So to end this row, just basically double crochet in the last 2 stitches. So this one, and then the last one would be on top of the beginning chain 1 right here. So end it with double crochet in the last 2 stitches. So this is how to end row 4, and this is what row 4 looks like. Row 5. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and in each stitch across. So row 5 is just basically a repeat of row 3, the simple row pattern. So just single crochet in each stitch across. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with a single crochet in each stitch across for this row 5 pattern. So single crochet in this stitch, on this stitch, and then the last stitch would be on top of the beginning chain 2 right here. So this is how to end row 5, and this is what row 5 looks like. Row 6, from here, chain 2, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, and starting on the next stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. This is what it looks like. Start with 4 double crochets, including the chain 2. Now on the next stitch, on this next stitch here, 2 rows below, and on this post right here, do our front post FPDC 3 tog stitch. Then skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and starting on this next stitch here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And this is what it looks like. So the placing of the FPDCs are alternating each row. So repeat the pattern on this next stitch right here, 2 rows below. Insert in the post from right to left and do our FPDC 3 tog stitch. Skip the stitch behind it, skip this one, and starting on the next stitch right here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 2 and 3. And this is what it looks like. And then if I flip this, showing the back, this is what the back looks like. So look at this one. These are the stitch that we skipped. So that's what it looks like. So if you have a miscount on your stitches, check that one. You might have not skipped it, or you have skipped 2 stitches. So repeat the pattern on this next stitch, FPDC 3 tog again, 2 rows below. Then skip the stitch behind it, skip this stitch, and starting on this next stitch here, double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just gonna do the last repeat. So on this next stitch here, yarn over on this one, go 2 rows below, insert from right to left, and do our last FPDC 3 tog stitch. Then skip the stitch behind this FPDC 3 tog stitch, skip this one, and then starting on the next stitch right here, to end this row, double crochet in the last 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then the last stitch would be on top of the beginning chain 1 right here. So this is how to end row 6, and this is what row 6 looks like. Rows 7 to 55, repeat rows 3 to 6 consecutively. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with row 55 to show you the next step. And this is now what the piece looks like after row 55. So row 55 is a repeat of row 2 pattern. And this is the close-up of the pattern. So the piece is right side facing up. And if I flip it, this is what the wrong side looks like. And at this point, this measures about 30 inches from side to side and about 20 inches from top to bottom. And we are done with our first panel. This is panel number 1. We need another panel of exactly the same pattern. We need 2 panels for this project. And these are now my 2 panels of exactly the same pattern. Lay it right side facing up like this. And then I'm going to move the top panel, this one, move it sideways or now vertically like this and put it on the side of the other panel and it would look like this. I'm going to move this panel here towards the left and then like this, fold it on top of the other panel, and then I'm going to sew the edges together on here, these 2 edges together, sew it from here down to there. And it would look like this when sewn together right here. So the 2 sides are now sewn together. So sew it in the wrong side of the piece like this. After sewing, unfold it back right side facing up again like this. So this side is now sewn together. Now I'm going to fold again this side. Fold this side towards the left, but this time fold it halfway so that the edges right here on the left will align like this. Make sure the edges are aligned and then fold this top side right here to align on the top edge like this. And then that side would look like this, closer look, close up. And then these 2 edges right here, we're going to attach these 2 edges together, sew them together up to here. And it would look like this after the other 2 edges are sewn together. So for close up right here, so I use single crochet to stitch them together, to sew them together. So this is single crochet. After this, flip the piece right side facing out. And this is now what the piece looks like, right side facing out after the 2 panels are sewn together. Next, I'm going to crochet around the neck opening, 1 round of single crochet just to hold the neck opening together. And this is what it looks like after crocheting 1 round of single crochet around the neck opening. So this is single crochet, just a simple single crochet around the neck opening to hold it together. And then I'm going to crochet a border around the edges here, from here, around the edges of the poncho. So I'm gonna start here. This is the one side of the poncho, the edge. So get a fresh yarn and attach. I'm going to start here, attach it here. Then insert hook on that stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then start our first round of border, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. Single crochet in the next stitch right here. Repeat the pattern, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat, chain 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch. So repeat this pattern around. I'm going to cut off the video and I'm going to show you how to do the corner. So when you get to the corner, chain 3, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet in the next stitch, then chain 5 for the corner space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is chain 5, skip the corner stitch and go to the next stitch, and that's where you single crochet next, and it would look like this. So corners is 5 chains instead of 3. Then continue on the other side with the same pattern, chain 3, and then when you get to this side, just eyeball, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat, chain 3, skip about 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch. So just eyeball where to single crochet next. And this is what it looks like. So repeat it around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the round. And I'm here now towards the end of the round. So to end, chain 3 and just slip stitch on the beginning of the where we began right here, the first stitch. So slip stitch like this. And we just did our first round of the border. So from here, we're going to do round 2 of the border. So from here, we're going to chain 1. Then on the next chain 3 space, we're going to do a shell. So to do the shell, we're going to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet again. And we just did our shell. This is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern, shell again in the next chain 3 space. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. And we just did our second shell. This is what it looks like. Repeat on the next shell, on the next chain 3 space, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. So repeat this pattern around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll show you how to do the corner stitch. So when you get to the corner stitch, we're going to do a bigger shell. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet. So yarn over twice to do the treble crochet, then double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. So this is a bigger shell for the corner, and this is what it looks like. Then repeat the pattern back to smaller shell, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet in each chain 3 space. So repeat this around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the round. And I'm here now on the last chain 3 space. So I'm gonna just gonna do the last shell. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, then single crochet to do the last shell. Now to end this round, just slip stitch on the beginning chain 1 right here. So just slip stitch on this chain 1 space like this, and then fasten off. And this is how to end row 2 of the border, and this is what the border looks like. And this is what the corner stitch looks like, so bigger shell. So at this point, we are done. Clean up the tails, weave the ends, and we are done. And this is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. So from the neck down to the bottom of the poncho, right here on the pointy end, this is about 30 inches. And from the neck to the side on the shoulders is about 20 inches. And the neck opening is about 7 inches. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video and please subscribe.